How's it going, guys? Welcome back to S3M2 Football, and welcome to today's prediction video. For this one, the action takes us all the way to Old Trafford, Manchester, for an epic English Premier League clash taking place this Sunday on the 29th of September, as Manchester United host Tottenham Hotspur. We start off our team analysis here with the Red Devils. The last five fixtures for Manchester United have ended in two wins, two draws, and one loss. Their last match was a 1-1 draw against FC Twente in the UEFA Europa League earlier this week. In these last five fixtures, Manchester United have scored 11 goals but conceded 4 goals, meaning Eric Ten Hag's side are kind of getting goals but also kind of shipping goals at the back as well. The first player I'd like to talk about for Manchester United has got to be Argentine left winger Alejandro Garnacho. In 8 appearances for the Red Devils this season, Garnacho has scored 4 goals and contributed 3 assists. So that's 7 goal contributions for the young Argentine winger. Alejandro Garnacho uses his pace, his trickery, and his dribbling ability to just get out wide and just create an aura of excitement amongst Manchester United fans, which I think is something that this club has really been lacking in recent years. Next up, I want to talk about Portuguese attacking midfielder Bruno Fernandes. In 8 appearances for Manchester United this season, Bruno Fernandes has scored no goals but has managed to contribute 4 assists. Bruno Fernandes is famed for his ball control, his passing ability, and his creativity down the center. He's the kind of player who's always roaming from one wing to the other, trying to collect the ball and then just distribute it while trying to move the ball forward and getting it into good attacking spaces. And finally, I want to talk about Argentine centre back Lisandro Martinez. In 7 appearances for Manchester United, Martinez has not scored or assisted as yet, but he has managed to pick up 3 bookings. For me, I think that just shows his aggression and his spirit when he goes out and plays for Manchester United. You see Martinez trying to get stuck into tackles, trying to win the ball back as soon as possible. Sometimes he does get a little carried away with it, but what I really like about Martinez is every single time he's out on that pitch, he's challenging for every single ball that comes anywhere near him. In terms of the injuries for Manchester United, I know they're missing defensive players like Malacia and Luke Shaw on the left back role, and Lenny Yoro is still injured at centre back as well. In terms of the attacking players, I think they're going to still be missing Mason Mount, but he's been in and out of the injury room, so I don't think Ten Hag is really building his team around Mason Mount. I'm still expecting Ten Hag to though set his team up in that classic 4-2-3-1 formation, looking to play on the counter attack, using his wingers to just create space out wide, and then just play the ball in centrally to a centre forward or to Bruno Fernandes to just switch the wing. I think Manchester United really do use Bruno Fernandes to his maximum potential in that roaming number 10 position, just allowing him to move between the wings, picking the ball up, carrying it to wherever it needs to go, whether that's to the centre forward or to the other winger, sometimes back, which is something they do a little too often. But I think Manchester United here are still going to stick with playing the ball quickly, moving it as soon as possible, and just trying to get goals as soon as they can. Next up, we look at the away team. Now, for Tottenham Hotspur, the last five fixtures have ended in 3 wins and 2 losses. Their last match was a 3-0 win against Karabakh in the Europa League earlier this week. In these last five fixtures, Tottenham Hotspur have scored 9 goals and conceded 5 goals. So, just like their rivals on the day, Tottenham are scoring goals, but they're also conceding way too many. The first player I'd like to talk about for Spurs has got to be English centre forward Dominic Solanke. In 5 appearances for the Lily Whites, Solanke has scored 2 goals and already managed to pick up 1 assist. Solanke for me is a very strong, very physical, but very direct striker. He's famed for his finishing, he's quick, he can get you goals whenever you need them, and that's exactly why Ange Postecoglou brought Dominic Solanke to Tottenham Hotspur. Next up, I want to talk about South Korean left winger Son Heung-min. In 7 appearances for Tottenham Hotspur this season, Son has scored 2 goals and contributed 2 assists. Son is quick, both physically and mentally. He's a very intelligent player. He's always looking to move the ball into space. He's always looking to use the space as efficiently as he can. He's very direct. He's very creative. Son is not a greedy player. He's always looking to play somebody else in. But you can see that with Son, Tottenham have a player who always prioritizes the team over himself. And finally, I want to talk about goalkeeper Vicario. In 6 appearances for Tottenham Hotspur, Vicario has conceded 5 goals but kept 2 clean sheets. I think he has been doing himself a little bit of a disservice this season. Vicario is agile, he's flexible, he's a reliable goalkeeper, but I think he's really been struggling between the sticks because his defense hasn't been that great. But individually, Vicario is a fantastic goalkeeper for Tottenham Hotspur. Looking at the injuries for Spurs, I know Richarlison is still out, but Dominic Solanke has come into this team and filled that void at centre forward fantastically. It's been a problem that Spurs have had since Harry Kane has departed, and it looks like finally now they have a centre forward who can fit into the system. Anga Postecoglou still has his full team at his disposal, so I think he's still going to set them up in that 4-3-3 counter formation, trying to just use the wingers to also stretch the play. But unlike Manchester United, Tottenham will then look to their midfielders, probably James Maddison and Dejan Kulusevski, to then sneak into the opposition box to receive the ball from these wingers and then just look to take shots. Spurs have done this with great effect this season, and I don't see Anja Postecoglou changing too much in his team setup, knowing that he has most of his players still available to him, and it's only about squad fatigue that he actually has to concern himself with. I think he's still going to go out there and just put out his best team and just stick to his game plan, playing quick, frantic football, spreading it and then cutting it when the opposition least expect it. Okay, on to the head-to-head in the S3M2 Verdict. Now, the last 5 fixtures between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur have ended in 2 wins for United, 1 win for Spurs, and then 2 draws between the two sides. So it does look kind of like the fixture is still skewed towards Manchester United. In these last 5 fixtures, United have scored 9 goals and Spurs have scored 8 goals. So it's not looking too cut and dry in terms of goal output right now. In terms of placement on the log, both of these teams find themselves mid table in 10th and 11th spot on 9 points, which is just not what they want to see from themselves. The fans expect to see these teams fighting for those top 4 spots, but right now, Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur don't really look like the teams that they should be looking like. Both of these teams are going to be playing very frantic football, moving the ball end to end, trying to play on the counter attack and using their wings. United will be thinking about that midweek fixture that they have coming up against Porto in the Europa League, while Spurs will be thinking about their fixture on the same day against Ferencvaros instead. Arguably, United do have the harder fixture because Porto is a team with real European pedigree, and I think they're going to have to do a lot of running in that match. For Spurs, I think right now this good run of form has been something that they can really look to boost their confidence. Coming into this one, Spurs were struggling a little with those 2 losses, but they seem to have turned it down with those 3 wins. Spurs are, however, not getting clean sheets, and that does seem to be a bit of a problem defensively for the Lily Whites. United, on the other hand, have been getting clean sheets, but when they concede goals, it looks like they concede quite a few, and it is very detrimental to whatever form Eric Ten Hag is trying to build up with this team. 2 seems to be a magic number in this fixture. Somebody always scores 2 goals for some reason. And I'm expecting to see more of the same here. I think Spurs do get a goal here because United defensively can be fragile. But I think knowing this match is being played at Old Trafford gives the Red Devils a massive boost. Spurs have struggled at Old Trafford in recent years, only picking up draws and winning at their own home stadium. But actually, in the last 3 visits to Old Trafford, Spurs have lost twice and then that one draw. So they're really struggling to get results there. I think in terms of form here, Manchester United are still looking as erratic as ever, while Spurs seem to be putting together something of a good run. When we look at how United played against Liverpool, another counter-attacking team, they really, really struggled. They conceded goals that should have been easily preventable. And then you contrast that with how Spurs played against Arsenal, who are a team that is more flexible, able to play both possession and counter-attack. And I think the Lily Whites went out and they did themselves proud. It was a 1-0 loss in a North London derby, which really, really hurts their egos. But I think in terms of their performance, it was not bad. And we need to see more performances like that from Tottenham Hotspur. Unfortunately, despite looking fluid up front and United looking shaky at the back, I don't think Spurs are going to get too much here. I'm actually going to side with Manchester United here. I think the Red Devils, for all their inconsistency, do have a habit of pulling a rabbit out of the hat when nobody expects it. And I think this is going to be that kind of fixture where Manchester United will be looking to just target and penetrate as much as they can. My final match prediction for this one is going to be Manchester United 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1. I think Spurs do score, but because I think 2 is a magic number here, I think Manchester United are more likely to get that 2, especially considering it's being played at Old Trafford. Hi, thank you for making it to the end of this video. We really appreciate the watch time and the fact that you took some time out of your day to spend it with us talking about the sport that we all love. If you enjoyed the content, why not, drop a like down below or comment in the comment section. Um, Maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. And I mean, while you are here right now, have a look at some of our old videos too. They should be appearing on the screen right now, along with that subscribe button. So you know exactly what to do. Um, Thank you so much. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And have a great day out there. And we hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks. Stay safe.